So you got a new gravel bike, and you love riding your gravel bike, and you think to yourself, how good would this gravel bike ride on the road? Well, if you're like me, you've had those same thoughts, and I'm here to answer the question for you on whether or not it's worth having a secondary wheel set for your gravel bike purely for road riding and then a dedicated gravel wheel set. So, you've looked at the weight difference. Gravel tires are heavier. You've looked at the rolling resistance data. They roll slower. But how much is the question, and how much are you giving up on every single road ride when you're lugging around these heavy tires? Today, I'm going to take these Hunt 4-season gravel disc wheels with what I think to be a good all-around road gravel tire in the Vittoria Terreno Zeros. Have a smooth tread with just a little bit of knobs on the shoulder there for grip. I've taken these on some pretty gnarly gravel and they've held up well, and I'm going to pit them against a set of Hunt Aero Wide Disc road wheels, the supposed fastest alloy wheel set on the market, paired up with a set of 27C Challenge Paris-Roubaix tires, both of which have Tubolito tires. So the weight difference on the tubes and the rolling resistance for the tubes should be equalized, but there's definitely going to be an aero difference in the wheels, an aero difference in the tires, and most definitely a rolling resistance difference in the tires as well. So on this test today, I'm going to be measuring my average power, speed, normalized power. Hopefully we can take all of that data and try to figure out what kind of difference we have between both wheels and tires. I have normalized a couple of things here. Again, the Tubolito tubes are identical between both the gravel wheel set and the road wheel set. The disc brakes, the rotors are the same front to rear with 160mm Ultegra in the front, 140mm Ultegra in the rear, same on the road wheel set. One big difference is that the cassette is going to be different between the two. On the gravel wheel set, I have an 11-34 105 level cassette, which is significantly heavier. And on the road wheel set, I have an 11-28 Ultegra level cassette, just because those cassettes are more suitable to the respective riding that is done between the two. It's unlikely that you're going to be using an equivalent cassette for both road riding and gravel riding. While I'm in the middle of changing out the wheels and tires here, I just want to take a moment to mention that if you like this type of video, be sure to go ahead and give it a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe, and the more views I get, subscriptions I get, comments you guys post down there, the more traction the video gets, and that motivates me to put together more videos like this. I have a few ideas in mind. Always drop those down in the comments if you have suggestions that you want to see. Obviously, I'm not a sponsored YouTuber in any way, shape, or form, so I shell out my own dollars for all of the equipment that I test. So if I can make something happen, I certainly will, but I love doing these measure tests. So again, give it a big thumbs up, and we'll keep these type of videos coming. Now in road setup, we know that this is going to be lighter, probably more aerodynamic. And what do y'all think about the looks? If you like the gravel wheels and tires, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Same if you like the road wheels and tires. Personally, I think those chunkier gravel looking tires on this pretty chunky 3T Explorer frame look just top notch. But with that being said, you get a little bit of depth on your wheel set for the road wheels looks very good as well. Alright, so I'm going to take this out on my local test loop that I run. It's actually not a loop, it's an out and back. It's about 3.28 miles, about 197 feet of elevation. I'll go ahead and just drop on the screen there the metric conversions for that. So I've now came back from both of my runs, one with the road wheels and tires on, the other with the gravel bike wheels and tires on, and the results were a little surprising to me that there wasn't more of a difference between the two.
Hey everyone, Jason here. Just realized as I was going through the edit that I forgot to give the specs. So let's go ahead and go through those now. And just keep in mind, the weight of the system is a total wheel set system. Wheels, tires, tubes, rotors, cassette. So for the gravel wheels and tires, 3.22 kilograms total. Internal width, 20 millimeters. External width, 25 millimeters. Depth, 24 millimeters. Not a very aero wheel set by any means. Moving on to the road wheels and tires. Total weight, 2.72 kilograms, 500 grams lighter. Internal width, 20 millimeters. External width, 26 millimeters. Depth, 34 millimeters. On paper, should be much more aero. So now, let's go ahead and get back to the video.
So, the road wheels and tires, the time on the course, 10 minutes and 32 seconds. Average speed, 18.7 miles an hour. And the power. Average power, 201 watts. Normalized power, 215 watts. For the gravel wheel set, time was 10 minutes and 44 seconds. Average speed, 18.4 miles an hour. And the power was 202 watts. Normalized power, 217 watts. So actually put out just a tiny bit more power with the gravel wheels and tires than I did with the road wheels and tires, and they still ended up slower. But the amount of difference in between the two is less than I expected. So, extrapolated over the course of an hour, you're looking at about a minute and 10 seconds worth of difference by switching out the two wheels. Now that's not even taking into consideration the fact that these are also an Aero wheel versus the decidedly non-Aero wheel that are the four-season gravel disc wheels. So if this were simply a tire-to-tire comparison, the difference would probably be even less significant. So for your judgment, it's entirely up to you on whether or not the investment is worth it. If you need a gnarlier gravel tire for what you're doing, or if you're going to be out in the mud conditions and you need a significantly knobbier tire for traction purposes, then it may be wise to get a different wheel set. Or if just the knobby tires themselves wear out too quickly and you want to have a separate set of wheels and tires for that purpose, certainly take that into consideration. But from a purely performance standpoint between the two, I'm not sure that there's enough difference to warrant having two expensive wheels and tires sets between your one bike. Alright guys, so I hope you liked the video. Again, be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go out there and enjoy your rides.